Hi everyone, welcome back to JP WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a good start to your week and have calmed down over the last 20 to 24 hours. Because yesterday was abysmal. Let's not jump around the fact, guys. It was absolutely abysmal. It was the worst Premier League home defeat we've had since we played Leeds in April '99, if I remember correctly. We lost that 5-1 and we lost this game 6-0. So here are my full-time thoughts, guys. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. But as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also Arsenal retro gear in there as well, along with track jackets, as you've just seen. Polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're currently supporting 39 separate food banks as of the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop, or go grab yourself a very nice t-shirt, track jacket, polo shirt in your respective club colours, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. And yeah, let's crack straight on with it, guys. Let's talk about the starting 11. Now, before we actually do that, I just want to say I'm trying some new technology today. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work or if I'm not going to get a copyright strike for this. But I've got some screenshots of the game to try and reinforce what I've been saying over the last few years. This is sort of the stuff that I used to do with the Patreon before I shut that down, because guys, at the end of the day, it just wasn't worth viable. We don't have enough subscribers to do it. This is a lot more advanced than what I was doing on the Patreon channel, or Patreon account, I should say, where we were getting extended details. But guys, please do let us know if you want to start seeing this more on a regular basis, because if you can't see this in terms of what I'm going to be putting up, then it'll be saved for the Patreon. But if you can't see this, you won't know about it anyway. But anyway, yeah, so let's crack on with it. The starting 11 was Areola in goal, so basically unchanged from Man United. The back four, Soufal, Zuma, Aguerd and Emerson. Souček and Alvarez in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus, Ward-Prowse and Ben Johnson out in the midfield supporting Jared Bowen up front. Now guys, I also need to give you a bit of a caveat on this as well, for that matter. I've hardly had any sleep over the last couple of days. I've had to take an emergency holiday off as a result of it. Had some very bad news in the family on Saturday, and last night I couldn't sleep because I was so angry at the result. And even going through the details of the prep work I've been doing for this as well, for that matter, I'm still just as angry. So apologies if this video's all over the shop, but as I say, guys, that's the reason. More than usual. That's the reason. So apologies if I'm looking like I've got panda eyes or anything. I'm just really tired, but I've got to get this out. I really do. And the only way we can do it properly, get this frustration out in terms of what I've been saying over the last 4 or 5 years, is to get some screenshots from the game yesterday to show what I've been saying for ages about our positional awareness, or lack thereof, the spacing, you know, that not being able to make interceptions, allowing players too much space, etc, etc. This is the only way we can do it, guys. So let's jump straight onto it. So this basically is the first attempt that Arsenal had on goal, which is Trossard's attempt. So you can see here already I mean, in my opinion, Kudus should be tighter. You can just about see Soufal's in front of him, blocking his path, which is perfect from him. Zuma in the same, guys. I'm not really sure why he's holding his crutch in that photo, by the looks of it. But Areola goes on to make a fantastic save and keeps us well in it. And again, you can argue Zuma's ball watching. You really can. Now, just going to jump back quickly, guys. There was a lot. I've seen a lot of complaints from one point of view in terms of how Declan Rice was treated in the game. And as far as I'm concerned, you're chatting absolute shit. Yes, a lot of people were booing him, but when he came to take the corner, which we're going to see in a second, he laughed as he went and he applauded everybody in the corner, and everybody reciprocated. And likewise, when Declan Rice was substituted late on in the second half, after he scored, about a minute or so after he scored the sixth, which we'll come on to in a minute, he gave the entire stadium an applause, and the majority of the stadium, the fans that were still actually there at that point, then yes, it's worthwhile. It was, you know, I mean, I can understand the reasons why everybody well, not everybody, because everybody did. There was a good, I'd say probably 29,000 people, basically almost the equivalent of the Upton Park days, had stayed around to watch the game go to full time. Yes, there was boos at full time and at half time, because we had to. The players knew it. The players knew how dreadful the performance was. But guys, yeah, it's not good enough. It really isn't good enough in any shape or form to have this go the way that it did, shall we say. But we'll talk about that later on in the video. But first and foremost, as I say, what we need to come out look at now is Declan Rice's is the third corner, if I remember correctly. I think it was the second or third corner. So you've got Rice here running to the ball. See if I can show him up on here. Can I do? No, okay. No, leave that. Come on, there we go. Right, so there's Rice running up to take the corner. Now you can see already the spacing in the box, which is ridiculous. If I just zoom in a little, can I zoom in? Yeah, there we go. Zoom it in. You can see the spacing there. Right, so you've got something going on with what appears to be Alvarez. I'm not 100% sure. Let's say this is screenshots. So you've got Zuma and Kudus. Sorry, Kudus. I'm saying Kudus now. Kudus in the box there. But you've still got space. The spacing for what appears to be Trossard to run into. But fortunately he doesn't. But the problem is you come to this bit here. Back in. So again, there's the ball. There's, you can just see it above the goal line. Same sort of thing. You can see Declan Rice running in at goal, running into the box, and bam, stop it. Ball comes further down, and wallop in the back of the net, and that's Saliba on the 32nd minute, and it's 1-0. And you can see Rice running in, celebrating. This is a better view of it. So you've got Saliba and Havertz. Here, you can argue that Zuma and Ben Johnson are ball watching. I'm not 100% sure what Aguerd is trying to do there. Emerson appears to be ball watching as well. For that, we have to come to the next. But let's say that there we go. So that's it. So let's come to the next one. This is Saka's penalty and the build up there of it. He's timed his run absolutely perfectly. It's a great ball up to him. He's left the back four for dead, which only means one thing: Ariola's got to come through, and he fouls him. And Aguerd's running there as well, so it's not last man. Ariola gets booked as a result of it. Soufal's nowhere near closer to where he should be. Nobody else there other than Aguerd. And you can see this is an alternative angle. You can clearly see Aguerd is asking for help. It's like, where is everybody? Ariola, what are you doing? One of the two. He's not doing his Spitfire impression by in any shape or form. He's literally just running in, trying to do. Zuma's jogging. Very, you can't obviously see it because it's a screenshot, but Zuma is jogging and he takes the penalty and bam, it's in the back of the net and it's 2-0 to Arsenal. Now, game, you can argue from that point that it's game over after that. It really is. So we can see 2 goals in 9 minutes. Yeah, 2 goals in 9 minutes. It's just not acceptable, guys. It really isn't. So let's jump back over to the third. Again, the set piece. And again, Rice to take it. Ball comes in. Hanging over. And bam, it's in the back. And it's on course to be in the back of net by Gabriel and wallop. And it's 3-0. Oops, sorry. Got the got my notifications coming through. So as I say, I'm trying to. I can't really do anything about it at the minute. But this is a closer angle of Gabriel's header, and boom, there it is. There it is. It's just again, the spacing is ridiculous, but the spacing only gets worse. It really only gets worse. 3 minutes later. 3 minutes later, come on tablet, thank you. There you go. You got Odegaard running through. Again, that spacing there should not be happening in any shape or form. I don't know what on earth. Really don't know what the hell's going on. I think that's Ward-Prowse should be slightly closer. So should Alvarez. I don't know why. I don't know why Emerson's in the isn't helping out closer in. I mean he's as close as he can possibly get, but Agued should be in between those two. At least somebody helping out between Soufal and Zuma. Yeah. He takes his shot. I don't know what on earth Kurt Zuma is trying to do there. And again, look at all that space. Five players that ball goes through. Absolutely. So you got what looks like what's that? Souček, Soufal, Zuma, Agued, and Emerson. Nobody really seems like they're properly making any effort. So they absolutely leave Areola in no man's land. Now let's get back to it. And bam, it's in the top of the net, and it's 4-0 at half time. I mean, honestly, guys, it's just ridiculous. It really, really is piss poor from a West Ham perspective that we're in this position. It really, really is. I don't get why that's the case. I mean, I do, because as I say, Arsenal have been phenomenal. You know, but I said in the preview, are we going to do 3 for 3? And nobody answered it because nobody. Not enough people watched it anyway, but nobody was confident in any shape or form for it to happen. I mean, again, let's just go back to it here. So you know, you've got Agued, you've got Areola trying his best. You've got the angle here again. There's just so much spacing in there. It's ridiculous, the spacing beforehand. Here is a better example of what I'm talking about. So I was right. It was Souček and Zuma trying to. But what Zuma's been wrong-footed. He can't turn well enough. The ball goes perfectly up the Trossard. He gets the ball. Soufal's not close enough in any shape or form. Nobody's crossing over. He takes his shot. All that space. It's just absolutely. He could have gone either way. He could have taken it on his right foot. He could have taken it on his right foot to the left-hand side as well, for that matter. And bam, there you go. Now, Areola does, to his credit, Areola does actually get a touch on this. He does get a touch to it, but it still goes in the back of the net. And we're 4-0 down at half-time. 4 goals in basically, where are we, 15 minutes? 15 minutes. 32 on the clock on the first, and 45 plus 2 on the second. On the fourth, sorry. It's just not good enough. But this is the worst thing, right? This here is Saka's attempt early on in the first half before he actually scores it a few minutes later, right? So again, look at this space. Look at that spacing around him. He's got options. He can go anywhere he wants. He can go to the left. He can go to the right. He can pass it through if he wanted to. He can pass it back. He can pass it to the left. Souček, Phillips, and Ward-Prowse are not going to get to that ball at all. And of course, I forgot about that. I need to tell you the half-time substitutions. I said to Bill at Garage Football, and a couple of other mates as well, for that matter, at half-time, that, you know, Zuma's got to come off and Mavropanos has got to come on, and he did that substitution. But he also takes Alvarez off and puts Phillips on. Now, it was a test. I'm not saying that substitution caused us to concede an extra 2 goals. It's got nothing to do with it. We were already dead and buried by half-time. We're dead and buried 25 minutes in, to be honest with you, before the first goal went in. But I do generally think that Alvarez's substitution made it worse, because I'm not blaming Phillips in any shape or form. You can't blame him for that situation. He tried his best. He made some very good tackles during the game, but yeah, it's Alvarez. I can understand it, because it's kind of like, well, all right, Calvin, come on, let's go and see what you can do, right? But as I say, going back to this, guys, I did warn you. I did warn you. This video is all over the place. It's completely unthought out in any shape or form, as you can tell. But yeah, so there's the ball with Saka, and let's just bring it back. So again, you got all that marking here. It's ridiculous. You've got all those any of those players they're all standing about basically at this point. come on, come on. There you go. Whoop, where are we? So here we go. So, bam. Stop it. Right. So he does. He takes it to his left. Apologies for it, guys. I'm still trying to get used to how to do this. Generally, haven't tried this beforehand. So he takes it. So let's go back to this the previous screen. Yeah. So he's there. Boom. Takes it to his left. All that space around him. To their credit, Agued and Soufal are doing their absolute best to try and close him down. They really, really are. But I mean, what's going on over here? I mean, seriously, what's going on over here? It's just like people should be. I mean, Phillips is clearly walking. Ward-Prowse has stood still. Yeah, Johnson's running in. He's the only one that seems bothered. Mavropanos is kind of trying to figure out what's going to happen next, and fair play to him, as is Emerson by the looks of it. Come to the next shot. There you go. So again, it's got plenty of space of movement. Why there's two arms length between Agued and Soufal, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know why they look like they're trying to hold hands with each other. Makes absolutely no sense. And then bam, there you go. And again, everybody by Agued, Soucek, and what looks like Soufal and maybe Mavropanos are standing still watching it. And bam, it's in the back of the net. But sorry, it's not in the back of the net. Ariella does make a great save on this. He tips it off the bar and it does come back to him. But again, a few minutes later, so the warning signs were already there. A few minutes later, exactly the same movement. Again, all this spacing between there. You've got Agued and Emerson doubling up. You've got Ward-Prowse trying to run in. You've got Phillips just Soufal and Mavropanos creating all that space. So again, he goes onto his left-hand side once again. Does it? It's almost. I almost generally thought we were looking at the same screenshots twice. It's not. There's slightly different positioning, but this is how bad it is, guys. It really is this bad. That again, he's got all this space to shoot. He's actually falling over as he kicks this ball. As you can see there, he's stumbling, and it's in the back of the net, and it's 5-0. And it's just like nothing. But the problem is we've got no reinforcements on the bench in any shape or form to sort this out. We really genuinely don't. And this is half the problem that we've got. Yeah. And so again, you look at it from this angle, you can clearly see he's falling over on his leg as he kicks the ball. So again, all that space. On a widescreen TV, you've only got 3 people in that box. So, and to be fair, at least they're trying. That's the main thing. And bam, and this is the build-up. So there's a roll ball to what looks like to try and get to Trossard, I think, from Ben White. It rolls. It goes straight to Declan Rice, who does his usual sort of, as we've seen him in the Europa Conference League. Some of the goals he scored and scored for us as well. Straight through, ball watching, nobody trying to jump for it. Agued trying his best. Ariella trying his best again to try and save it. And it goes in the back of the net, and Declan Rice is making a very, very subdued celebration, but gives a message to the Arsenal fans at the same time: this is still my club. So again, this is the other angle. So again, look at all this spacing that he's been given. There's so much space between Soucek and what looks like Agued. I'm guessing by the looks of it. You've got Mavropanos with his arms behind him right here, so you can see that. So he already knows exactly where it's going without even thinking about it. He doesn't get himself into any bother in case it hits him on the arm. And a terrific attempt by Areola to save that. It really is. And that's it, guys. Those are the 6 goals. But this is poor. It really, really is poor. And I was angry at the time, and I said to the guys, the difference between West Ham supporters and West Ham fans is supporters stay till the final whistle. Fans fuck off when it gets difficult. And it's not. And I know a lot of people have been arguing over that subject over the last day, or not even that, over the last 15, 20 hours or so. But I respect you if you went out. I understand it. It's the best way. It's absolutely the best way to demonstrate that we're not happy You know, even Sky Sports' video feed went up on the screen just before half time for about a second and a half, showing people, not everybody, but showing people going out and getting their food and their drinks, but also crossing the bridges going home at half time. This will hurt the club heavier in this instance, because I think this could very possibly excuse me, let me get a glass of water quickly. This could very possibly be the nail in David Moyes' coffin. This has been coming for two and a half seasons. I hate to say it. I love David Moyes. I've been very supportive of what he's done for us over the last 3-4 years. But I've also criticised him and the strategies of the club in general when you need to. And quite frankly, guys, this is the rant now. Not that what. Where are we on the video for this? Where are we on the video anyway? I mean, we're 20 minutes in, and I'm just getting to the denouement on of it. 21 and a bit minutes. But guys, I can understand why people did. I was very angry for people to do it at the best time, because if you support the club, you're there no matter what. No matter what. But at the same point, you've got to vote with your feet. You really, really do. Because nothing is changing. Nothing is changing from that point of view. We had such a good summer in terms of the transfer window. We did such good deals. But we fucked it in the January transfer window. We did. And there's basically nothing else where I can really say on that. So this has been coming. The 5-1 defeat at Liverpool with a second string team. I wouldn't say there's reserves. It's a second string. Players that just weren't good enough. Most of those guys have already left as a result of it, either on loan or been sold. Fulham away. You can argue Brighton at home, Bournemouth at home. Even though I said at the time I'd be, and I still am happy. In fact, taking 4 points from Brighton, since we've not been able to beat them at all over the last 11, 12 years. We've not been able to do it. So I'm still happy with that side of it. But what I'm not happy with is exactly the same reasons that you guys aren't happy in any shape or form. Yes, David Moyes is culpable for this, but he was quite right in his post-match interview as well, for that matter, with the BBC, Sky Sports, and with the website as well. Players have got to step up and take responsibility for their jobs, because we just didn't do it yesterday. We did not step up and do what we should have done at all. But guys, this has been one of the longest videos I've done for a long time on a match review, but you understand the reasons why, because I've gone into some detail. But guys, put your comments in the comment section below as always. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. I love you to bits. Let me know if you want to see more of this type of post-match analysis. Probably won't be able to do it for every Sunday game. Certainly won't be able to do it for the weekday games as well, for that matter. But we should be able to do it for the Saturday games or the Friday night games. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, try and have a great start to your week. I'm going to go off now and actually, I'm going to have a nap because I'm still tired. But I'm going to also start doing the preview notes for the Nottingham Forest game, because obviously we're playing one way on Saturday at 3 o'clock. And so hopefully we'll be able to do the watch along, and hopefully we'll watch a little bit. There's a lot of hopes at the moment, guys. But I can see that people have been saying that they think it's, I think our season's over already. Don't understand why people are saying that at all. I really don't. I do still maintain we can finish in a European position. Granted, we're 8th at the minute. We've got, where are we? We've got 14 games left in the window. If we can do the Allardyce calculation of 1.5 per game, that leaves us with 21 points to pick up between now and the end of the season in the Premier League, which is odds on to we're 10 points away. Villa in 5th with 14 games left. Can we get into the 6th position? Maybe, I said it in the previous video, maybe even 5th. Can we do it? We've got 14 more games to find out, and I hope you guys are going to be with me. Where are we looking at? About 120 hours worth of football. But yeah, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. I really do appreciate it if you got this far. I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.